You're very welcome back. You might think we look a bit different, but that's because we are not slouching on the sofa. Yes, every morning we do slouch on the sofa, and we thought it's time to correct our posture.
And everybody else. So joining us with advice on to how to hold ourselves better is physiotherapist Aisling Frawley. Hello, Aisling, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
As soon as you were sitting down, I was like, should I not have my legs crossed? Is this making my posture worse?
Yeah.
Is it?
No, not really. So I think the main thing for posture is that we've probably all been told, like, sit up really tall, really straight, keep your legs like uncrossed. But really, the best posture is the next one you're going to make. So you're consistently trying to keep your body moving all the time. So posture is actually how you hold your body in space. And there's two different types of postures. You have static posture, which is when you're sitting or standing. And then you have dynamic postures when you're moving. So walking, bending forwards or exercising. But most of your posture comes from your postural muscles. So they're the ones that nearly hold your spine up. So you're talking about your glutes, your deep core muscles, the muscles of your back.
Yeah.
And then trying to maybe stretch the ones on the front, because they're the ones that we tend to round forwards, forward head posture. And they're the ones that we, I suppose, from the desk perspective or work perspective, it's not like we can get away from it because everything in life is out in front of us.
Yeah.
So our arms are consistently out in front. So they're the ones we want to more so stretch, but the ones that we want to strengthen are postural muscles.
So how bad are the majority of people's postures?
I don't think we can get away from it. It's not like we mean to slouch all the time. It's just the way life is. So what I see in clinic mostly is the fact that people are at their desk. And it's not about the desk setup, it's the fact that they don't move when they're at their desk. So they're within a task and they might be doing a task for an hour or 2 hours. They get stuck at the task, so they're, over the desk, really trying to kind of hash it out. And it's more about trying to move more consistently when you're at your desk rather than consistently sitting up.
And what impact can that have over time?
Yeah, so it's more so the strain on the body that it can have. So the muscles around your neck, the muscles around your upper back, also the muscles around your lower back. So we want the alignment of our body or our posture to be as aligned as possible so that your body is moving and feeling more efficient and you're moving much better so that there isn't that excess strain on those muscles.
We've all seen those, charts of how we have evolved from apes up to upright bipeds being as humans now. And how we're going to evolve. Those ones that you see that we're coming like this and our hands are going to get longer because we're using keyboards.
Absolutely.
And that we're going to get slumped again. Have you seen those?
Yes.
Is this happening to our posture at a very bad, high rate?
I don't think we can get away from it. I think if we're more aware of it, then we can help ourselves. So it's more about being aware, we could evolve in that way. We could change everything. I think we are so far forward that our spine is going to project itself forward.
Right. Okay. Is it ever too late to start trying to correct that?
No, it's never too late. There's always things that you can do. I suppose the sooner you start, the better it's going to be. Because like that, I suppose we've probably seen like those images where you become really rounded forwards, and degeneration-wise, over the course of your lifetime, things can naturally stiffen anyway. So if you're like that from early on towards your latter years, then the likelihood of you correcting it fully is unlikely, but there is things you can do.
I know I'm wearing like a big oversized blazer today, but can you put me into how I should be sitting?
So basically You
can move me. This is what Celia Holman-Lee does. She moves people around the place.
So basically what you want to try and do is nearly like there's a string drawing you up from the top of your head. And I think if we can get that correct, it's like you're trying to be lifted upwards, but we don't want our shoulders up towards our ears.
Okay, so
you want to try and relax your shoulders, nearly like you're trying to slide your shoulder blades down towards your hips.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. And then you're not sucking in with your core, because otherwise you won't be able to breathe.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's nearly like you've got a corset on the center of your body, and it's nearly like you're trying to feel like you have a corset. So I always say, if you can draw two lines from one hip to the other, and nearly like you're trying to pull that direction, rather than pulling yourself in, then that
not
feels
in,
a bit
but
better.
being able to extending the diaphragm.
Exactly. Yeah.
Do you think people look at it and you look weird when you've got a perfect posture? Maybe
you look uptight.
Yeah.
Is it that we're so used to people slouching? Actually, when people look upright like that, you kind of draw attention to yourself.
There's probably an element of that, and I know from other patients talking to me about it, like they feel way taller than everybody. So then also their posture, they'll come down to meet everybody else at eye level. So there's a mad mix when it comes to postural alignment, I think, but I don't know if it's...
You can go sit back down again.
I'm going to have another one. So
string through, think about that.
Upwards.
Like you're sitting incredibly well.
No.
Really well.
Walking with a book on your head.
Yep.
Is this important one?
So what's this for?
I think more so, again, if you can stand as tall as possible and lift up through the top of your head and then walk forwards, if you're on balance and everything is aligned, really the book shouldn't fall, so you're doing pretty well there. But let's say you slouch, so slouch your shoulders forward. It's really good core strength.
Thank you.
That's just showing off situation.
Show off, I love it.
Just sitting down is my issue. Standing, I'm pretty damn good. Right, okay, so what, but that just teaches you to kind of keep your head and shoulders straight.
You look at alignment, so it's ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips, and then when you're standing, it's like you want to have equal weight between both of your feet so that the centre of your body is like completely aligned and you've got everything through midline.
Tell us about technique.
Yes, so this is something we kind of can't get away from. I suppose we're on our phones all the time and we're looking down. So what that generally means is that our shoulders become rounded forwards. And I always say to people, it's the trajectory of your spine. So if your spine is going in that direction, your head is attached to your neck, which is attached to your mid-back. So your head has to go that way too. But unfortunately, we have to look forwards because everything in life is out in front of us. So we go like this. So now I have my chin and my ears in front of my shoulder line, which is tending to weaken. So I'm overstretching now the front of my neck. And my head becomes too heavy. So we'll probably see people at the end of the day going, God, yeah, no, my head's really heavy. And that's why people might get things like migraines or strains in their neck. So to try and correct this, there's an exercise called the chin tuck. And you can do this as often as you like. But you're trying to draw your chin towards the back of your head, not down towards your chest, but more so draw back.
Double chin this, babies.
Yeah, exactly. So you're pulling, exactly. So you're trying to hold it back, but also lifting upwards, not being here. So really giving yourself a double chin. So you want to try and drawing your chin backwards. It's a great angle from the side.
Right, so that's the technique. That's how to fix that one. I know you're talking shoes are very important, but you also talk about exercise is extremely important for posture.
So movement is kind of the be-all and end-all when it comes to posture. So you're basically trying to move as often as you can throughout the day, because we know if we're sitting or standing for long periods of time, we just generally get stiff. But from a postural perspective, you're looking at trying to strengthen those muscles that I mentioned earlier. So the main ones being your glute muscles, so the bum muscles, your core muscles, so deep core muscles, the muscles of your upper back, which are going to try and pull your shoulder blades back and away from forwards, and then the muscles that generally become quite tight and overloaded because of posture are the muscles of your chest. You want to stretch those guys out, and also the ones in the front of your hips and then your neck.
There's loads online that you can be like for postural things. Just very, very quickly, the walking desk, do you think they're good? Or the standing desk, do you think they're good for people?
I think posturally, everyone's going to have postural issues with the standing desk. If you can move up and down from seated to standing throughout the day, that's probably the best. Try and move as often as possible.
Meetings up to go for a walk.
Exactly.
String through the top of the head. String through the top of the head.
Pull your neck back. Chin tuck. Aisling Frawley, physiotherapist. Thanks so much for that.
Look how good her posture is. Like, it's good.
Where can people find you online?
So on Instagram, I have my clinic. Instagram is Elevate Physio or Aisling Frawley.
Thanks a million, Aisling. We appreciate it. Now, coming up next from Diana Ross's show-stopping look. Such good posture. Two actors taking to the red carpet. We're looking back at this style from last night's Met Gala. See what Andrew Scott was wearing.